Let's go to something else. By the way, I had a weird fever dream about Prince last night. I don't know why. It was like Prince was like my mentor musically, but I don't understand. Anyway, this man I'm about to show. Stop. YouTube's being goofy. This man is a stalker, is what he is. He has issues mentally. Like, one of those, like, if you read about stalking and, like, seen a lot of stalking cases, like the scary Asian dude who stalks, like, he is that. Doesn't understand the word no, doesn't understand rejection, literally doesn't understand when he's not wanted, and doesn't understand words, just doesn't understand. Like, it does not compute. Anyway, here we go.
2025. Police were dispatched to a ramen restaurant on a report that a man looking for employment was inside, refusing to leave. The following body cam footage shows how the events played out.
Does he speak English? Okay. This is gentleman. Hello, how you doing? Officer Barrett with the Montclair Police. Just let you know everything we say and do is being recorded. What's going on, man?
Literally, he looks like that one dude who killed that white girl after pretending he needed English lessons and cut off his lip and did like makeshift plastic surgery and then got the real plastic surgery to hide. And there was a whole story on that. He looks just like it's that type of shit. Like, he's scary. Does not understand reality as it is. Does not understand society as it is. Doesn't understand social norms, and not even like in an autistic way. Just doesn't like, he's not in this planet. Like, it does not compute whatever. Like, in a dastardly dangerous way. Stop. I could speed it up though. Let's speed you up. Let's speed you up.
Quite well.
Do you work here? Okay, Commander.
I'm the person apparently that they called me. Okay, so I came here today. I've been here for an hour. I'm looking to get a job. I called last week. Last week the manager wasn't here. I was supposed to get hired in February, start training here. Okay. Because it's been so slow, I haven't been hired, so I've been stopping by regularly. Today I stopped by because I called last week. The manager, Christine, wasn't here last week. I stopped in today. She wasn't in here today. This time I'm in person, so the workers told me they're not hiring or they're not in charge, so they can't really have that conversation of hiring.
Of course not.
And then after waiting a while, Christine was, one of the workers was able to call Christine. She got on the phone. The conversation got very hot. There was some yelling involved. I wasn't yelling. There was yelling. There's somebody
Who was yelling?
Christine she wasn't yelling, but she was kind of getting upset.
Keep saying that.
There's another man on the phone. Yes.
Oh, especially when I say I'm not hiring.
Yes, I can
He keeps saying that. I cannot hear what you're saying. I can know what you're saying.
He's saying he cannot understand?
I can
When I
understand.
say
This man he needs to be hospitalized. Like, he does not understand and this is what gets me with the bleeding heart society. People, you're being mean to the mentally ill or the people with mental issues in general, right? Because I use mental issue in a broad brush. What are laymen supposed to do when a person does not grasp words? Like, English, whatever language they may speak, if they do at all, like, no human language does this man understand. What is this woman supposed to do about that? Why is it, oh, she's being abusive to the old cops, how has anybody abused this man? Get the fuck out. Like, no one's abused you. No one's picking on you. You have to follow the same rules as everybody else. But I'm really what is she supposed to do, or anybody else in this situation? What are people supposed to do? Because therapists and all of them, well, you don't have a degree. Exactly. And most of you don't know how to deal with this. What do you do? I want people what do you do with a person who is determined to not understand? Like, what do you do? And how is that abusing someone?
And she was raising, it was not me. There's another man on the phone who was starting to, he was yelling. I asked him if he was the owner. He said he was the owner. I was like, okay, well, I'm here looking for a job because now I'm thinking I'm talking to the owner. It might be that guy, but he's not.
You don't know who it is?
I don't know who it is. She came here about 5-10 minutes ago with him.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's him. There isn't any definitive proof or something like that.
Okay.
But then she showed up. When she hung up the phone, she said that she was going to call the police. I said to the worker, I was at the long-term police department for a separate matter.
Okay.
I talked to the police department because I mentioned for the matter that I was talking about, the owner of that business said they were going to call the police, so I left.
A separate matter. So he's a menace. He does not he is not a respecter of persons. He does not care what people say. He doesn't care. So what do you say when someone, I'm not saying he is, behaves in a sociopathic manner where they don't care and the rules don't apply to them? That's what a sociopathic manner is, where the rules don't apply to them, they don't care, and they're going to do whatever they want and bully their way around. They spent entirely too much time with this man. What do you do? And this is why I personally believe asylums need to be brought back. Because why does the average person have to be forced to deal with stuff they're not equipped to deal with? These officers don't need a doctorate degree in psychology. They're police officers. This woman is a manager at some place she probably doesn't even want to work at. She's not even getting paid right. What do you want people to do?
This is the police department. The police officer at the police department said she can't. This isn't his exact words. He said something like, "Oh, like they can't threaten you to call the."
And then, this is if you are demanding that people act right with people of this ilk, then I need the government or the psychology board or whatever it's called, right, to then give people college education, master's level college education, psychology degree for free. Since you want everyone to walk around like a psychologist, that you need to provide me free master's or doctorate degree level education so that we can go around and understand all of people's needs and struggles and know how to speak correctly and provide the police that for free as well. Since you demand that everybody act like they have a doctorate degree in psychology and know absolutely all and know how to deal with everything and then can study personality disorders and all of this other stuff in mental illnesses so we can do it correctly to the way that you specify, we understand. And then when we come into situations such as this, we should have the right to bill the government for our time and for our set wage. My wage is $500 an hour. So this video was 50 minutes. So screw that, $500 a minute. So 50 times 500, you do the math. And I want my free master's level psychology degree. Since you demand, the Bleeding Heart Society demands that police and everybody else understand how to deal with all of these people. Since you don't want asylums and you dump them out on the streets for everybody to deal with and be frustrated with.
Like they can't threaten you just because you're at the business. I was like, well, that's what they did. So he's like, well, they can't do that. I was like, I wasn't really sure what else to do. I didn't want to stay there. Had the police called on me. This happened before, so I ended up leaving the business, the store. So.
You guys is something else out of that. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I said the same thing for this matter. All I'm here to do here today is ask for a job. I would like to talk to the manager. She hasn't been in here for a while. I know that because I've stopped in here for pretty much this whole entire year.
Okay.
I would have no
The
problem
man is
having a conversation.
literally stalking this building. The whole entire year, and I don't believe she's not been there for the whole entire year. She'd be fired if the manager was never in the building for an entire year. Again, my time begins when I deal with this person. When the first words are dealt with. Her time already started. So $500 since she deals with this person, psychologist. Since that's what you get to do, we get to bill for our time as well.
The manager, whoever's in charge of hiring, saying that we're not hiring because of this.
Okay,
And then,
sounds like it might be her.
She didn't say that.
Okay, so we'll ask her if she feels like talking to you about a job, and if she doesn't, then just please
okay.
leave the establishment.
By the time she got off the phone, she said she was going to call the police. I was waiting here. It's taking too long, so I started talking to the worker to say, like, let's take the next step. Let's just call the police because you guys aren't here.
Okay, I get it. Stand by.
It's just calling me right now, so I don't want to come. I don't want to come back.
So you don't want him to come back? You don't want to give him...
I'm trying to be a very nice parent, right? Girls, they working here. You just sitting here and then sitting over there.
Okay, so you don't want to give him any interviews? Okay, all right, well, too easy. All right, so...
I heard what you said. This has happened before. This is what the police officers at the Montclair Police Department.
He just stalks buildings and scares people and won't leave. And someone in the comments said he'll be back. Oh, they always are. Stalkers are not respecters of people. They don't care, especially these types who are antisocial as fuck and sociopathic as all get out. They don't care. And these will be the same women who, oh, well, men need to respect, but then on the flip side, you're bullying him and attacking him by asking him to not come back and there's no jobs for you. And he's cased the joint for a year. Again, her bill, whatever she decides her billing to be, she should be allowed to bill the government for the last year, whatever amount she decides.
Said in his words, he's like, they can't threaten to call the police. So
anybody can call the police whenever they want.
Yeah.
No, people could just say there's a squirrel in the middle of the street.
No, you can't do that. 911, you have to call for an emergency.
911, that's an emergency.
Regardless of that.
Okay, I don't want to fight over this. What?
They don't want you in this establishment, so you can't come back here.
Yeah, what's the reason?
Have you ever used a surveillance camera that doesn't require electricity? This camera can work without power because it...
They feel like, yeah, keep coming back.
Yeah, asking for a job, whatever. They said that they would call you.
Okay, can you speak clearly to me? What did they say? What's the reason I can't?
They keep saying they keep coming back to this location. They're telling you that they don't have a job.
But what is the reason I can't keep coming back here?
People in the back, they feel threatened.
Right, and if it's their property, they don't want you in their property.
Why do they feel threatened?
That's not up for them to tell us.
Does it matter?
Right, because it's their property.
Yes.
They're on their property. So if they want you out, they can have you out.
That would mean that I did something to threaten them. Yeah, to make them feel unsafe.
No, not necessarily. If Shaq came in here, you know Shaquille O'Neal?
Oh, we have a famous person came in here.
Not famous, a large person, just a large person.
Okay.
And they say, hey, he looks scary because he's big. We don't want him in here. They could technically have him out because he just looks big.
Discrimination or something? Or what?
No.
It's just a preference.
That's not a clear explanation. You're saying that somebody else who walks in, it could be Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah,
if the store owner
say he looks threatening.
Yes,
he looks threatening to me because I'm this big. They can say we don't want him in here, and that's okay because it's their business.
You're overthinking.